to Canadian Mortgage Weekly. It's episode 55, and you may have noticed our backgrounds look a bit festive because today is our Christmas special. So thank you so much for joining us this morning. I'm Sam Thompson, and of course, we're joined with Joe Bladek. Joe, how are you doing today?
Not bad there, Sam. I'm really pumped to be here on our Christmas special. I mean, 55 episodes. It's almost like we're celebrating also a year's worth of Canadian Mortgage Weekly at the same time.
Mhm.
Really grateful to have been doing this with you for the year. But yeah, it's great to have the Christmas spirit, and I
Yeah.
mean, I'm really looking forward to this season. How about yourself?
Yeah, me too. It gives an excuse for the snow. I find that I let it slide if it's Christmas. And of course, it's always good to, get together with some family and have a lot of fun. Definitely lots of eating, which is also I'm a big foodie, so I'm excited for all the Christmas dinners and charcuterie boards that are coming my way.
Oh yes, the charcuterie boards, those are really nice. And
Hmm.
I love eating that kind of stuff, like meats and cheeses
Hmm.
and olives and what do they call it, pickles, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I know that sometimes when I go over to family's house, they'll have pickles or something out. I like just for snacks. That's awesome.
Hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, with it being the 23rd today, I just, what are you up to? What's your traditions like with your family? I know with my traditions, sometimes when I was growing up, we would open presents on the 24th because it's more European of a tradition. So that was kind of a neat thing that we did for a while there. Anything that you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, yeah. I think usually we would do one present on the 24th, and it was usually a new set of pajamas. But it was a good tradition to look forward to. I think as a kid it's kind of lame, but as you get older, a new set of pajamas for Christmas isn't a bad gift at all.
Oh no, not at all. A new set of pajamas. That's something that my kids would really like right now is a new set of
Mm.
pajamas. With it being so cold these days and
Yeah.
it came on so quickly. I know all the snow, and really we got a few feet of snow almost right away this winter.
Hmm.
They would probably love the pajamas and snuggle up and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, in terms of like Christmas gifts and stuff like that, though, Sam, I know that in terms of like first-time home buyers, we have a lot of first-time home buyers that do wish for the gift of a house once in a while, right?
That's true. A lot of our phone calls that seems to be top of their list, and I'm sure it's on some newer families' Christmas list to get into a home. So today's episode is all about how you, as a homeowner, can give the gift of a down payment. Whether it's this holiday season or in the new year, to help those families. Your relatives, your loved ones get into the market. So we do have a presentation to chat with you guys about today. But yeah, we want to keep it in the spirit of giving and show you guys how you can help out your families.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. I know that we see a lot of families helping out each other throughout the year as the mortgage season rolls along. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
That's right.
Um, but let's take a look at the presentation today because it's definitely going to be a good one. Especially just the way uh, we, just to illustrate to everyone this gift that we've seen other family members do.
Mhm, absolutely, yeah. As we were chatting, a lot of first-time buyers need a bit of a helping hand to get into the market. So, yeah, so we're going to chat about one way that you can help your family, and it's actually through accessing your own equity through a reverse mortgage. So this is for, likely any parents out there. To qualify for a reverse mortgage, you do have to be at least 55 or older. So again, a lot of parents we've seen, we I think coined the term this year, or maybe it was last year, the bank of mom and dad has been going strong during this pandemic. So qualifying for a reverse mortgage to get that gifted down for your kids is an awesome opportunity.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, reverse mortgages, they do have a very high flexibility. with the way
Mhm.
they are underwritten. But yes, with one of the requirements, you do have to be 55. But most parents these days with kids buying houses, they are over 55 by now.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. And I know that we've seen house prices soar since, the beginning of the pandemic. And that's
Hmm.
actually part of the reason why a lot of new first-time buyers are out of the market. But if you flip the coin and see that, if you're already in the market, that housing appreciation has likely really given, every homeowner a huge equity bump in these last couple of years since the pandemic, as we've seen. Um, I think the average Canadian house price is over 720,000 now. So that appreciation definitely has given your equity a fresh burst of wind. So it's good to be able to use some of that equity.
Yeah, it really has. And you're right, Sam. With this, the last few years, especially the pandemic,
Mhm.
like we've seen huge appreciation on these homes. We've seen homes go from people buying them 5 years ago, and now they've doubled in value.
That's right.
So much equity has been built up, and people are finding themselves, having all these options at their disposal. And it's funny that most people don't even realize the amount of options that they have when
Mhm.
when they do have that amount of equity. But yeah, we've seen house prices rise 20-30% in some markets. So that extra equity, a lot of lenders in that reverse mortgage space would be able to help out those parents
Mhm.
wanting to help out those children get going and buying a home.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So with all that equity, a reverse mortgage in Ontario can give you access of up to 55% of the home value in tax-free cash. So I think that's where, once you reach 55, maybe even older, and you're into that retiring age, you know that you have assets, and probably your biggest asset is going to be your home, but likely you can't really use much of that money until the home is sold. So using a reverse mortgage and having access of up to that 55% is a huge way to access some of those funds before you have to sell the home and before you enter into the later stages of retirement where maybe you're going to downsize or an option like that. So by using the reverse mortgage, um, there's no monthly mortgage payments on it, and that 55% of the value is yours to gift to your kids and use that cash, while you're young enough to, enjoy seeing the new home with your kids and everything that comes with that.
Yeah, exactly. Like just to be able to have a new home with your kids and all that, to be
Mhm.
able to start that life, it'll be great. And just having that reverse mortgage is available as a tool available at your disposal would be
Mhm.
is a great feature to have, because if you're over 55, chances are you may have a hard time qualifying for something else like a line of
That's
credit
right.
from your current banking institution. I know that we've seen that a lot
Mhm.
where folks do have to sell, like you're saying there, Sam, to access that equity because their lenders just can't approve something using their retirement income. So with these reverse mortgages, they are able to access up to 55% of their equity, like you're mentioning. And with their house prices appreciating the way they have, like they may not have had any equity to access before, but now there's going to be something. So how much is there? But one thing you mentioned, Sam, that's really a good point is like when you sell the home, I mean, it is an asset, but then you lose control over your living space.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you can help your kids out buy that home because now you have that cash. But
Mhm.
then all of a sudden you also have no control over your own living space.
Mhm.
Maybe now you need to rent, or maybe now you need to move into a retirement home. Those aren't bad things, but your lifestyle definitely has to change as part of going that way. Whereas getting that reverse mortgage with a lender can really help maintain that control over your home,
Mhm.
not having to get rid of the home. Like that's a huge thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that that's one of the huge selling features and a good positive for the reverse mortgages is being able to, yeah, keep that control of your home. Because I know that, and another reason why first time buyers are so keen to get in the market is we've also seen rent has gone up quite a lot. And
Yes.
I know for many, if they're on a fixed income, a fixed pension, sometimes it's very tight living, even if they are able to rent. So again, yeah, it helps you access those funds, but you still have your home through the process. Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. Well, with all those home prices on the rise as well, all these home buyers that have down payments and have full-time jobs,
Mhm.
sometimes two of them have full-time jobs. Some of them have little debt. Some of them even have no debt,
Yeah.
two full-time jobs and a down payment, and they are blocked out of the market.
Mhm.
We're seeing that a lot. We're seeing that these buyers are getting frustrated. They have good credit.
Mhm.
They want the home ownership. So sometimes, even having a down payment is not enough. Having that extra boost of the gift from mom and dad here
Mhm.
of being able to access more equity from their home just to be able to get their children into the market is a great way to go about doing that. And Sam, there's another good reason why parents could consider doing this is that they're helping their children save on CMHC charges as well.
Mhm. That's
And
right.
those are quite an amount of charges added to the mortgage when you go through with a mortgage with less than 20% down. At least this way, maybe the first time home buyers can have 20% down.
Yeah, exactly. That's a really good point. There's some ways that we can help the mortgage, become more achievable if that 20% down is reached. You're saving on those premiums, like you're saying, and it
Mm-hmm.
also gives us the option to extend the amortization, which
That's true.
sometimes give a
Yes.
lot of first-time buyers some more wiggle room in what they qualify for. So, yeah, if you're able to do a gifted down payment, and start your children to be building equity of their own so that it's just that trickle down process, right, that they can start developing equity, and then when they reach 55, it might be a new cycle that we see because of all these first time buyers that are out of the market. um, Reverse mortgages and gifted funds could be higher on the rise if we don't see a change in the housing market because of how high priced all the properties are.
Absolutely, Sam. I think this way of purchasing a home now is
Mhm.
going to become way more mainstream, where the buyers have good jobs, good credit, good down payment, or maybe little down payment, and they just need that boost or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But just to continue that cycle, like you're saying, of equity and appreciation, and having that as for everyone, is that the parents will now be involved this way with a lot of their children purchasing their
Hmm.
first home, and just having them be able to get kickstarted into that equity
Yeah.
process. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's great. Wow. Well, yeah, a gifted down payment can definitely help you get in the market. As Sam and I are saying, either if you have your own down payment and you need a boost, or you don't have a down payment and you need the amount from mom and dad, you are able to get this gifted down to get this down payment from the equity in your home.
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So we can definitely, run the numbers for you. If you want to reach out, we can also, if this is something that maybe you've had a conversation already with your family about, having some assistance getting into the housing market, we can actually work and run the numbers for both of you to, get that reverse mortgage set up and, get you into your own mortgage for the purchase. So you can definitely give us a call. We'd love to chat with you at 705-238-3479 or the email on the screen now.
Great. Yeah. And when you give us a call, don't forget that, you can definitely do things yourself and talk to your own bank. But we suggest that after you talk to your own bank, that you leave the negotiating up to us. Give
Yeah.
us a call, let us know what your bank is offering, and then we can take it from there.
Hmm.
Uh, Talk to one of our professionals so we can get started working on negotiating on your mortgage while you enjoy your holidays. We are going to be around over the Christmas break. on a very slim scale, but around to be able to help anyone that is buying a house over the Christmas break. I mean, that is something that a lot of people have done to maybe get a better deal, because no one really wants to sell their home during a Christmas break.
That's right.
And I've seen actually that written in the, I think the Hamilton Spectator before. I'm not sure which paper was that you can get a good deal on a house if you buy it over the Christmas holidays, but we are going to be around. So give us a call. And Sam, can you bring up that first slide that you had brought up for our episode? That was a really nice slide there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Just as we are talking about gifted down payments and Christmas and gift giving, if you are a existing client of ours, or anyone that has worked with us in the past, we just want to thank you for supporting us, supporting this channel, supporting Canadian Mortgage Weekly, all your shares and likes. It's been great to have you part of this year for 55 episodes. It's almost like a gift back to us, your support. But yeah, if you are a parent or a grandparent wanting to help out their children, we have reverse mortgage specialists available, right? We're all certified, so we can help you with that reverse mortgage and get you going on your children's purchase today to help them build that equity. But this is, I just wanted to bring the slide up because, you mentioned something really good. It's a gift, a down payment. And then you can see here, it's a key. It's really nice. It's not jewelry. It's the gift of a key. I think the house is the new diamond.
That's right. I like that.
Anyway. So yeah, that's all I wanted for the slide. But in terms of Canadian Mortgage Weekly, we'll be back next year with our first episode for 2022. Looking forward to doing that with you, Sam. Sam Thompson, just so everyone doesn't know, Sam originally moved from Ottawa, Ontario area to Barrie, Ontario about a year and 3/4 ago, almost 2 years ago now. Has been a mortgage professional since then, and is married, living in the Barrie area. So Sam, always good to have you on the show. 55 episodes in this year. Great to have you. How's it been with Canadian Mortgage Weekly? How have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, it's been really good. Like you're saying, 55 episodes, feels like a lot, but it hasn't felt like it's been a lot, if that makes sense at all. It's been feels very fast that we've reached 55 already. And I'm just happy to be a part of the show to share all this information. For anybody who doesn't know Joe, Joe's a mortgage broker in the Barrie Simcoe area as well, with over 11 years in the industry, living up in Aurelia with his wife and 2 kids. So definitely a family man for the holidays. So Joe, it's always good to be on Canadian Mortgage Weekly with you.
Awesome. Thanks, Sam. So tune in next year as we take a break for the new year for Canadian Mortgage Weekly, Canada's weekly video mortgage news podcast.